who wants to go next? Maybe, is it Curtis? Does he want to jump in next?
Yeah, you said it at the same time as I was going to say. I was thinking Curtis too. I saw him with his big hat jumping in there. It's funny because Curtis is saying some interesting things, but he's saying he wants to learn how to do more magician-like things.
Really?
Even though it's off subject, yes.
That's interesting. Like what?
Okay, this is going to sound out there, and I was kind of holding it back for a minute, but he keeps saying he wants to even learn to swallow fire. So it's a little beyond being a magician.
Curtis, you can work on that, and then you're going to have to show us sometime.
Yeah. He's just so silly. He's the type of person who 1 minute will stand on his head and then pull out a card.
Does he want to pull out a card right now?
Yeah, I was just going to say, speaking of, he had me do one. It's saying, it was in my hand right now. I just pulled it. It's saying in the near future, good things are coming. And again, he's saying he's sending out good energy for everybody who's watching today. And that whoever's here today was meant to come and tune in, and that he's putting out good vibes for everybody.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Curtis. And, you know, I do know that you're actually a doctor. And did you want to tell us a little about yourself? Because, you know, I actually don't know too much about you myself. Is there anything else you wanted to say to our viewers?
He's all about, like, healing people. And even though he's a doctor, I feel like he's more tapped into, like, herbal and, like, holistic stuff, too, like more functional medicine. He's saying that without your health, you have nothing. And it's so important to take care of your health. He wants everybody to laugh. I was going to say that earlier, and then right then you asked a question about him, or you mentioned he was a doctor, and it was perfect timing because he was starting to say that it's so important for everybody to laugh and have fun and smile. So he's saying that keeps you healthy. Curtis says you bring him joy all the time too, and he loves your youthful spirit.
I do? Aw. Thanks, Curtis. And I appreciate you being there for me too. And I actually remember one of the times he came to me in like this gray jogging suit, and he had like this symbol of like my YouTube stuff. Like this one video, I was kind of having trouble editing, and it was kind of just lagging a bit, and then he's like, "Hurry up!" It's like, you know, kind of just giving that jogging like mentality, just like, "Hurry up, come on," you know. But it's just funny, like the way that he shows me things. So yeah, Curtis, you're awesome.
He pulls you up. He tries to give you energy and cheer you up, cheer you on, and pull you up and keep you going. Speaking of editing, it's funny because you mentioned when you were editing, and I was about to say to you, you can edit this part out, but he was also saying, I mean, if you want, but he was saying he's healing your rib, that he's trying to heal your rib.
Thank you. It's working. It's a lot better now. It's a lot better now. I can actually get out of bed.
Coming back into place.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It feels better. I mean, it feels like it's just slowly going away, and I'm kind of going back to my old self. So thank you so much.
That's
I appreciate that. You're still being a doctor.
He is. He's still a doctor in his own ways. Like, he doesn't practice as much, but when he feels guided to help someone, he surely does.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's working. This is going to be kind of like a random question because you already answered everything without me asking you the questions I was going to ask you.
Okay.
Is there anything you miss about being a human?
He says he still feels human-like. And he still does a lot, but he just misses interacting more physically. Like, he wishes he could come to this plane and interact more, like hold someone's hand or really feel them personally. But he has people he connects to where he's at. But he just wishes he could run through the grass in a different way and feel it more physically, like the sand up against his feet or the ocean. I mean, like, feel the ocean waves against his body.
Oh, well, you know what? Like, if
he does,
go ahead.
He does in his own way.
I was thinking, if I ever learn how to trance channel, Curtis, you are free to jump into my body, and we'll go to the beach, and I'll put my feet in the sand and go jump in the water, and we'll do whatever you want. How's that?
I got excited about that. But he's saying that Like he remembers what it felt like to run through the water. He loves the ocean, by the way. He liked your friend too, Mark.
Oh, and
You
see,
could add that up
too.
if you want.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad everybody's getting along back here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you wanted to add, Curtis? Anything at all?
Curtis was saying, like, make sure that you cherish everything you got from yesterday and that you embrace today and you look forward to tomorrow, but never take a day for granted. And then he's like being all funny and making faces and hand gestures, and he's so funny. He's a funny doctor. He kind of reminds me of, who was it? Patch Adams? Is that his name?
Oh,
Do you know who I'm talking about?
yeah.
Robin Williams once played him in a movie where he would go to the hospitals and put a clown nose on to cheer up the children or make people laugh.
That's Curtis.
That's Curtis. Curtis could be serious too when he needs to be.
Oh yeah, he can be serious and he can be sassy when he wants to be. Oh,
he's feisty.
And he's loud.
He is. But he makes us laugh. He's funny. I had him pull a card with me to give me the messages even more clear, even though he has no problem articulating himself. But he wanted to give people a visual too and show a card. This is saying meditation brings answers. So he's saying there's no particular way you need to meditate. It could even be as simple as taking a walk on the ocean. I mean, taking a walk on the beach, or just taking some quiet time to close your eyes and visualize what you want to manifest in your life, or just take some quiet time. He also said wait, meaning it's good to take a leap sometimes and take risks where you need to, but he's saying take your time also and be patient. Like, don't get frustrated. He's saying it's very important to have patience. So he's saying find the balance between taking risks and taking that leap, but taking a little patience to evaluate situations or your goals before you leap. But then when you're ready, go for it and take that risk.
You're right.
But be patient. Good things are coming.
That's very true. I know that's something they had always reiterated to me is patience. Because sometimes I don't know, maybe not sometimes. There's a lot of times I don't have patience. So thank you for the reminder.
He's saying you're welcome and he's smiling. He's really listening to you too. He's saying that you have so much to say and that you're a mediator for all of this. And without your presence and you hosting these shows and being an amazing speaker, none of us would be here today. So he said he wants to thank you because he never feels like he thanks you enough.
Oh, I'm going to start crying. Thank you, Curtis. That's awesome. That's very sweet of you. I feel like I have a lot to work on still, but thank you.
But Curtis says you bring them all to life because they're alive, but we can help together, like give people idea of how they look, he's saying, or help him speak. You're a voice for him because you allow him to speak. And you give him a place to speak and share, and that means a lot to him. He's holding his heart.
No, me too. I'm grateful for you. Thank you.
He just said that brings up a good point. When you said grateful, he's saying to tell everybody to have gratitude. And he kind of said that before, but when he said don't take a day for granted, but he's saying the key word is gratitude and patience and love. He's also saying it's so important to have peace and peace of mind and just feel well-being and happiness to keep going in life and have support and be around people. It seems like the topic of today is support. He's kind of serious though. I see where he gets serious sometimes and he talks kind of quiet and stern and matter of fact, but then he throws me off with a big joke, or like meaning like you don't know what you're going to get with him, but I like it. It's funny. It's kind of like where people don't expect sometimes for you to throw out a joke or something.
Oh yeah.
And you could leave this in if you want, but you know how like sometimes people don't expect someone to curse because they don't usually curse, and then it's kind of funny or humorous, or because they do it in a cute, funny, expressive way, or they just throw out a joke where nobody expected a joke to come out of their mouth and they didn't even realize how funny they were. That's Curtis.
Very well said. I highly agree. That's awesome. Thank you. Okay, so who's up next?